On this video, I'll show you how to add identity framework, the identity library designed by Microsoft, to an MVC project using the code generator. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I will create this one in desktop. I have a .NET folder there, and I will remove this identity, remove everything. Then now I just need to create another one, make there identity tutorial. Tutorial. Okay, let's get into that. And in here I just want to do, I will remove this one so that you have more, you can see better. Okay, and let's say I want to create a MVC project, so .NET new MVC, and I always do no HTTPS. Okay, done. Is it there? Yes. Now all I have to do is .NET build. .NET run. Now we can see this is our URL. Copy, go to another window, a browser, paste it there. Hey, why it's not running? Okay, so I found the issue. The issue was that the operating system or the browser, I don't know which one, was telling me that this port 5061 is not safe. So I just changed the port. I show you how. I just changed the port. I went to properties here, and I just changed this port. Okay, 5062, and it runs well. Okay, so let's continue. Let's create a database. So how we create a database, we call SQLite 3 DataDB, and in here we just say open DataDB and quit. Okay, so let's see, clear ls. Now we have DataDB here. Now if we want to see what is inside DataDB, now we go tables. There's no tables there. Okay, so we have nothing. It's empty file. Okay, so now we need to add packages to our project. Okay, so we go on .NET, add package. You know what? Let's do this in VS Code. This will be a little bit better, just because we can see the packages being added to this project file. Okay, so let's open up a terminal here, and it's too big. Okay, cool. Let's give it more space here, and then we'll go .NET add package Microsoft Visual Studio web code generation design. Okay, if I didn't make any mistake in the spelling, we will see here Microsoft Visual Studio web code generator design. Now we have to do the same for the rest of the libraries, which is like entity framework core design. Okay, yeah, there you go. And we have entity core.SQLite. We are going to use SQLite for this one. We also need we have to make sure we can see here SQLite. Okay, so we also need the tools from here, from the identity frameworks. Okay, the tools, there you go. And now we need to get from Asp Net Core .identity .entity framework core. So that is from the identity framework. Okay, so identity framework. Now we're going to do the same, but the identity UI. Okay, I think that's about it. That's all the libraries that we need for this project. Okay, so the next thing is let's check what we get from this code generator. Okay, so let's see, .NET ASP.NET Code Generator. Okay, if you don't have this tool installed, you have to install it first. Identity, now let's see help. Let's make this one bigger. Okay, there you go. So we can specify the project, we can specify configuration files, we can specify, we can tell it, give me all the files available. I mean, these files is, I want to generate these files. Okay, the list of files after this is the files that I want the generator to generate. Now the list of files is the list of available files. So let's see what are the available files for us. And now here is use SQLite. That's what we are going to use. So let's see if I do .NET. Okay, it's the same, except that I now need to say list files. And these are the list of files that we have available. Now, if we don't specify the files, then it will generate all these files. Okay, so we have like account access denied, account confirm email, then we can change whatever UI they have already designed. We can change this design because they will give us the files, you know, confirm email change, external login, forget password confirmation, and so on. So for now, just as a demonstration, I will do the login, the register, account login, account register, and I will deliberately forget logout, and I will add it later. Okay, so let's do that. And the way we do it is just .NET ASP.NET Code Generator, the same. Identity. Now, we could define, like, let's say our code already have DB context. So I will go DB context and then specify the DB context that I want to use. But we don't have a DB context. So we want this to generate a DB context for us. Okay, so, but I will define the files that I want the generator to generate. So I want the account that register, and I want the account that login, and I forget the account logout. I will, and I want to say I want to use SQLite. I think that's the spelling. Use SQ. No, S. The Q is lowercase. Or just use SQLite. Use SQLite. All right. Oh no, SQLite. I think that's about it, and just do it. Okay, so it's done. Now let's see what was generated for us. There will be an area here. This is what the generator generates for us. Okay, so it didn't touch our controller, didn't touch our models. It just touched the program. It add this add DB context here. We can remove that, and it add a default identity. We have to just clean it up. But it didn't add something that is very important, because this is these pages are Razor pages, so we need to map Razor pages as well, not only the controllers. Okay, so that's it. So in here, so this is what we change here, and then in here we add the login page. This is the HTML. As you can, I will modify this one so that for you to see. And register, I will just modify a little bit this one. Here, modified. And let's see, it's login. And all these, how do you call this one? The logic of login will go into this one. This, in other words, this is like similar to say this is the controller of this file. So the logic will go into here. Okay, some of this logic is already implemented, and some of it doesn't. It's not. Okay, so that's it. Go back. There's one thing. If I run this right now, so if I saw .NET run, you will see that you can see anything if it runs successfully. Okay, so we get that, and here, but we don't see where is the login. So we need to add into, you can add it anywhere, but we need to add in share layout. Here there is a, the navbar. This navbar here, you see, give it more space. Home privacy is this navbar here, home privacy. If I add something after this on order list, I will be adding to the right hand side of that navbar. So I will go partial name. Partial name is equal to, this one. Login partial. Cool. Now let's restart the server. And now we will see you have registered login. So if we go to login, there you go, you have, and here is I modified that file, the modification. Of course, you will have you have register, and in the login you see here you got forgot password, right? Hey, but this page we don't have it here, right? So how do we modify it? Yeah, that's the problem. You can't. I mean, you can, but it's more difficult because you need to find where this file is within the library. So better you just generate that, and So forgot password. Let's see. Do we have that? Let's see. Oh, no, I wasn't doing it here. Okay, so let's see. Identity. Oh yeah, list files. I said log out, but I want to do forgot password. There you go. Okay, so anyways, let's say I forgot that one and log out. I want to add both. So the way to do it is to say here, account should be account forgot password and account log out. Okay, and we say the same. Now, this something that you need to notice. Go to program and look at these two lines. Okay, this generator will try to generate, like if you change SQLite for something else, then it will try to, or if you change this SQLite for, let's say you decided all of a sudden you don't want to use SQLite and you want to use SQL Server or MySQL, so you change this line, and this generator will not find it, and it will write this line again, and that will give you error. Now, this will give you error when you are building it, but this here, add default identity, will give you error because it will duplicate this line. It will give you error when you're trying to run it. So just note this part. Okay, so let's say now in here it will fail because it already has this in this folder, already have the identity tutorial DB context. So let's see, it will fail. You see here, the below file already exists. So use force to overwrite the identity tutorial identity DB context. Okay, so this is up to you. If you want to overwrite it, if you already changed something, you need to back it up, and or you just use the other file with DC, the DB context. You specify the DB context because I haven't changed anything on this file, so I would just overwrite it with using brutal force. And that's it. This time should work. Okay, so now let's see. Now you see how I have forgot password, and I should have logout. That's it. Forgot password. Done, and I can modify anything here. So I modify, and I can run it again. Hey, wait, this is giving me an error. Scheme already exists, identity application. Okay, I think I got this issue. Remember I told you need to check this. So you see a DB context, you have identity tutorial DB blah blah blah, and you have the default identity, and you have default identity twice is repeated. So all I have to do is I just need to remove. These two. I haven't run it. I just saw the issue and I was like, oh, I know. That's the problem. So I should have only one DB context and one default identity. I also noticed another issue is that our database is actually empty, still empty. This is because in app settings, I need to go and change this name to data.db. That's the name of the database we have. So with these two in place, first I would like to say .NET-EF database update, because that will go and take the migrations and put it in the file that I just specified in the DB connection. Okay, done. Let's. I just want to quickly check SQLite 3 data.db, and in here I just want to see tables. There's no tables. Okay. Oh, I changed. I didn't save it. No. Yes. Okay. Do it again. I run the command before saving the file. Typical. Okay. So SQLite, then tables, and there you go. We have the Asp Net role claims, all these tables. Cool. Now we just quit. We know the database is fine. Now we just need to see if changing those, deleting those lines, extra lines, fix the running issue. Okay, so .NET run. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's working. So identity tutorial, register, login, and we can just modify the forgot password, and here, modified. Done. Okay guys, so that way it's easy to add, modify this library in any of your MVC projects. I have a better way, not better way, but I have a manual way, take more work to do. But if you're interested, just leave it in the comments and I can show how to do that. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you in the next one. Bye.